Well, I was in the Army a long time ago, back in the early 70s, U.S. Army for 2 years. And I was pretty fortunate because Vietnam was still going on, but I was stationed, my permanent station was over in Germany.
I was pretty lucky. When I got out of high school, I had a football scholarship, and I wasn't really ready to go to college, I don't think, at the time. I wasn't real focused on school at the time. So I went in the military, and I went into the Navy, and I was a medic. And when you're a medic in the Navy, they assign you usually to the Marines. So I served 6 years of reserve time, and then something really strange happened, the Persian Gulf War. So at the very end of my college degree, my first degree, I was getting ready to graduate, and they called me up and said, "You're going."
I was in a Red Eye unit, which was attached to a headquarters unit over there. And so, you know, it was a fairly good experience in that I got a chance to, you know, serve my country over in Europe and also see some of the sights in Europe. So I was pretty fortunate in that regard.
And they flew me out to Oakland, California, actually a place called Webster Concord, and we trained kind of to mimic the Persian Gulf War on OBA, oxygen breathing apparatus, and Saddam Hussein was entrenched in chemical warfare, we thought. So that was really a stressful time, lots of training, and that was probably a big piece of the military that I didn't expect as a young person going in and getting ready to get out of school and that kind of thing.
We did a lot of field maneuvers and practiced a lot of war games, so we were out in the field in some of the cold conditions at times. And so we drove all over Bavaria. I was stationed just south of Nuremberg, and so we had to go to different firing ranges and simulate war games during some times over there.
The thing for me that was really kind of like a revelation is you're living with all these different cultures, and all that stuff goes to the wayside as far as who's important, because everybody matters. And what's really important is America, fighting for freedom. And when you go to war, it's really scary, so you get very focused and you support each other, and all that stuff goes to the side, any kind of culture bias, whatever. And so you walk out with friends that you make for the rest of your life, and you might be best friends with a guy who's Jewish, or a guy who's Latino that came to the country when he was 12 or something, or African American. I had lots of friends that were African American that I still have today. So I think the piece that was most lasting for me was the racial divide, and I wish in our country more and more we would talk about that, what we're fighting for all together, instead of being separate and always thinking of ourselves separately, instead of all being together and fighting for the American dream and freedom.